Hey everybody, just a few thoughts here on the Obamacare case before the Supreme Court. I think the justices are going to rule in favor of the plaintiffs, and if they do, it will be back to the drawing board again for Obamacare. And why do I say again? This is a piece of legislation that's been challenged in courtrooms around this country over 100 times. Even the Obama administration itself has either tried to change the law or delay implementation over 20-something times. Clearly, this law was not ready for prime time. We know our members of Congress didn't read it, and while that's a travesty for any piece of legislation they vote on, it's a real travesty when it's a piece of legislation that's going to affect 1/6 of the U.S. economy and so personally affect individual citizens. And let's talk about those individual citizens. This was a law that at its core was supposed to make sure people who didn't have insurance got insurance. But we now know from the Congressional Budget Office that by the year 2025, over 30 million people will still not have health care. They won't have insurance. And of those who've signed up to date, about 8 million or so, almost 7.4 million of those folks are people who didn't get private insurance. They got signed up for Medicaid. And as you've probably heard, fewer and fewer doctors are actually accepting Medicaid patients, which means just because you've been given a Medicaid card doesn't mean you're actually going to get in to be able to see the doctor. I don't call that good health care. But there are good ideas for good health care reform. We need to get rid of Obamacare altogether and start this process over. On ideas or 4 ideas on how to go about doing that, I would encourage you to check out our research on heritage.org and right here on the Daily Signal. And I'm going to be taking up this particular topic on Real Time with Bill Maher on his show on Friday night. I would love to know that you are out there watching. Real Time with Bill Maher, Friday night, 10 p.m. Eastern. Hope you can tune in. Thanks, everybody.